George Baldock, how is he today?
Yeah, not trained with the squad, but like I say, we were pleased after we got the scan because we knew there was a bit of damage there, but nothing significant. So, yeah, we're expecting him to be back with us, hopefully for this game Friday.
Right. So good news then.
Yeah, we needed it. We won, like I say, it was a blow, and when you're losing players in a game, a hamstring especially, when it's something that he's had previously this season, you're feeling the worst. But I think it's just a case of him knowing his body and understanding that something weren't quite right. So yeah, we've got away with that one, or just it's about as good as we could have hoped for.
You may well argue that getting away with it is about time, given everything else that's happened this season.
Yeah, listen, it's been challenging in that respect, and everyone has injuries. I get that, but we've had horrific ones, and we're looking into every single reason about that. Whether it's been the training pitch, whether it's been obviously right back to how pre-season suffered through COVID and only one pre-season game, and forever playing catch-up, and players not having the money in the bank, if you like, in terms of fitness and conditioning levels. Then we had that really strange period when we had teams cancelling on us, and now that affects us training load, and we expected some comeback off that, but not as much as we've had. So yeah, we need to really get control over as many of those things as we can for next season, and then at least once we know we've put certain things right, we can narrow other things down and start working on that if it was ever to happen again. But at the minute, I think we've had that many things pose problems that whenever there's been an opportunity for something to go wrong, in that respect it has.
And of that kind of analysis, has there been any conclusions, or has it been essentially a combination of all those things? Pre-season that wasn't great, delays in December, and then obviously impact injuries.
100%, and obviously the training pitch we just spoke with, but this season we had that week of rain straight after Fulham. We had a couple of days rain, and we never got the training pitch back at all. It wouldn't drain, and then you're going from either training indoor, Astro, heavy pitch, then onto Bramall Lane, which is firm. At a time when you're not doing too much, so there's so many things where you know it's not great, and you're half expecting things then to be a consequence off the back of it. So we won't be able to say it's definitely that, but we certainly know that they contribute, and we want to get a grip of those things.
And has there been, because obviously some of that will cost money, has there been a kind of green light to say that work will be done on the facilities?
Yeah, obviously it's not all signed and sealed and done, but we're well down the road, and yeah, I think there's another conversation today, which would be a big thing, and it needs, it's really important stuff like that.
Is that part of a wider plan? Obviously the pitches are most prominent, but say other changes that have been discussed here periodically at this base?
No, nothing in regards to those bigger pictures and things like that. There's always ongoing things that need improving when you've got a tired building or whatever, and we're forever doing things up. The gym's been upgraded, the flooring in the gym, things like that, the recovery room ceiling. So there's been things ongoing all season, and we want to make sure we get that right for next. But the training pitches themselves, those sort of 1 3/4 pitches, it's that's what we're talking about when we're saying we want to get that right. And if we've got a consistent surface to play on, we've ruled that issue out when it's out the way.
Back to injuries, is Billy Sharp in a position where he might be able to start after his cameo last weekend?
Yeah, obviously he's getting him the minutes was vital. So yeah, we know how important he is to us. Top scorer, let's just get it right, regardless of what I think of him as a bloke and where he is in terms of his contribution here. He's a top scorer, so yeah, we want him.
Is everybody else all right post the match the other day?
Yeah, 1 or 2 little things carrying. Flecky, ongoing issue which you're managing, and he's managing the usual knocks and niggles and things. At this stage of the season, you're never 100%, but yeah, we're managing his way through those. That's good.
Sharp, obviously, his deal's done, banked away. Is anything else with any of the others likely between now and the end of the season?
We need to. You know what I mean? Yeah, we need to. So another issue which is on the agenda and forever at the front of my mind. Yeah.
Long meeting this afternoon then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we know. We want to be building. We want to be laying down the groundwork for next season. Whilst obviously we're always concentrating on the next game, and there's a short-term focus about performance all the time. We have to make good decisions for the benefit of the club as well, in terms of the squad for next season, how that looks in the bigger picture for the squad the season after, and someone needs to, be consistent with this messaging and buildings, because you make good decisions now, someone will benefit 5-10 years down the line, and it's important that we get to grips with that and keep making sure that these are consistent.
This time last week we were talking about the idea of a takeover, whether that happens or not, the period of, well, so-called uncertainty. I mean, are all the decisions that you want to be able to make going to get made, so to speak? There won't be any kind of hold-up because of those things?
There may be, I don't know. Obviously, we all learnt about the possibility of a takeover, and obviously that has going to have been, without a doubt, without me understanding all the makings of it and who's been making what decision or not. This would be the third takeover I've been through, and I understand that it has a bearing on the information that's passed down to me, but also the decisions that are made. But regardless, if there is one, for the good of the club, we have to be making good decisions, and that's always my message. So I don't know is your answer who has been making them, but I know that we need to start making them, like I said, to keep moving forward and for the health of the club.
Because obviously certain things like player contracts are so sort of day-to-day and important, it kind of, whoever's in charge, they need to happen. Yeah,
they happen, and like, it's not just for now, we're in a critical period of the season, aren't we? And it's really important, and there's issues to be dealt with, definitely. We've got other issues of players who maybe are out of contract and injured and wanting to know about their future, which is really important. And I think anyone who knows me, whether it's yourselves, the players, any staff, know that a big part of how I like to work is to be honest with people, and so that's why I'm pushing for answers and that clarity, so we can make these decisions. And I don't want anything hanging over and any distractions and anything to get in his way. So it's important in the short term, but then also for building for next season, allows us to really focus on positions and start that ball rolling as well for the window.
Do you know in your mind about the players currently out on loan? I mean, this to a certain extent is for later, but Ollie Burke's, to no great surprise, been saying that he quite likes it at Millwall. Are they sort of decisions that are fairly easy to make? He won't be coming back because he's one of the players under contract.
No, he's under contract, so he's our player, and unless there's an offer or option that benefits us and Ollie, then it's irrelevant. He'll be returning with us, but he's one who's under contract, who's probably less important than the ones who we've got out of contract and things like that. But every player, it's important, and getting the clarity on what we've got to work with in terms of the budget, the finance, and everyone on the same page and where we want to take it, then we can start making the decisions and making them happen.
You've taken the lads away this week, haven't you? Go-karting and all of that to deviate from the norm.
No, I think it's gone out this week. That was a few weeks or maybe a couple of months ago. It might have been the international break, so it was a while ago we did that. But
social media, right?
Yeah.
Social media.
The weights have got no content, and then they put it out there. But, no, it was good. It was good. We had, it got competitive, good edge to it. So we had a good day.
Who's the best?
I think Morgan won.
Right.
Morgan won. That's all I'm saying.
Good competition.
Yeah. Listen, a few of us got upset with the cars we were given in the end and that, but.
It's not the tools, though, is it?
Well, it is if yours is an absolute slug and theirs is. Yeah. You can't get overtaken on the first corner by 3 people when you're on pole. That's all I'm saying. That's fine to me.
Presumably that's not been mentioned at all in the last couple of months.
Oh, right. It was a topic of conversation the first few days after, definitely. But it was good. It was a good day. It was good fun.
So all right, time has passed then. So do you notice like the tangible effects of days like that?
Yeah, not only for players but staff, and it's good. It's a good distraction from the norm of the day, and especially when our schedule at that time, if you like, I think it was the first time we didn't have a midweek game that we managed to get it done. It's important. Break things up, Some things that you can do all together, and yeah, I'd love to do more of it. Without a doubt, it's important.
QPR then next. What's your assessment of where they're at right now? Because they were kind of on a downward trend when they came to the lane. Sheffield United obviously won. That trend has by and large continued.
Yeah, they've had, and I think for a long period now they've been inconsistent, obviously, with the results, but within games I think they've shown moments where you see how dangerous they can be, and then moments where they've been punished. And probably Mark had said the same. That's been the reason for them not being able to maintain that form that they were in at the start of the season. But we're looking, we still know they've got dangerous players. You only have to watch the last game. Started with a back four, made changes at the end and weren't really attacking, which, is another reason why they have to be really respected, because what have they got to lose? Got to go for it, score as many goals as they can and give themselves a chance and finish the season as strong as they can. And so we know they're going to be dangerous. But same as I've said in the other game, it's about us, and we want to approach it in the right way and concentrate on us getting points.
Because they're in a slightly funny position where mathematically they're not out of it, but logically they probably are, with respect. Yeah.
That's probably how they're approaching it, but mathematically, well, it's still there. Like I say, it's the last throw of the dice, so you just give everything, don't you? You just go for it, which probably means a game can go one or two ways. We have to prepare for them being at the best and throwing everything, and even if the game goes the way that we hope it does and we go in front, again, that probably makes it even more predictable, if you like, that there's going to be more risk taken, more bodies thrown on the pitch to go for the game and the results and the goals, and that's what we have to be prepared for. So it's going to be a strange game this time of the season. You always get them. A strange game from that respect that we have to be ready for. So it may look more like a cup tie at times.
Is it an advantage at all in any way to play on the Friday night, so it goes your way, it heaps the pressure on the Saturday matches?
Yeah, if you win it is, if you lose you don't, so not fussed at all. Some people say one or the other, but generally if you say it's not an advantage, you're probably of a negative mindset. If you think it is an advantage, you're probably going into it really positive. But the game's got to be played, and it's like if we're bothered about us and how we play, we get the points. It's irrelevant when we play.
How important in these circumstances is it that you've got, and I mentioned him just because clearly he was sat there 10 minutes ago, Norwood and the others who've part of the been there, seen it and done it brigade, that they can, with the rest of the squad, kind of keep hammering down those messages that, look, this is why we're here, this is the best part of being a footballer, sort of thing, and that nerves don't creep in so much. Yeah,
no, I'd like to think there's a few nerves, but you've got to use them, and gives you the energy and that adrenaline that you need to go and perform. I think you just got to understand that's what it is. That feeling in your body is getting you ready to perform and be at your best. We have got players who's been there, achieved promotions out of this league. Ollie's on a good run of them, isn't he? I think if you take his two Premier League seasons apart, he's maybe on course for his fourth in a row. Is that right? So, he's been there. I was watching a game the other day, a playoff final game. Connor was in the Villa team. Obviously, he had a couple of years in a row there. So we've got players who've achieved automatic promotion out of this league, promotion via the playoffs out of this league. It just means we're in a good place in terms of experience to get over that first hurdle first, or achieve that main aim. Start with, as I said, it's getting there, getting in the playoffs.
Yeah, and controlling your own destiny. You've still got that, haven't you? Results have obviously conspired in your favour as well. So how significant would it be to go into the last day still in those circumstances?
Yeah, that'd be important for us. That'd be important for us, of course. To get, I'm expecting. We have to expect it to go down to the wire. We've got to prepare like that. We've got to prepare like this game is the most important game of the season, and then hopefully I'm saying the same again for Fulham, because it's still there, and that game becomes the most important game of the season. So that's a mindset. Don't think too far ahead. It's all about Friday night and getting the points.